Hello YouTube, it is Chris here, and today I would like to talk to you about my survival knives. Now you may be wondering, well, Chris, you talk about survival knives all the time. Haha, but not mine. I would like to present to you the DFS Trucker. Now, some of you who follow me on Instagram and on Facebook already have gotten a little bit of wind that I have just recently opened my own custom knife store. Now, currently I only have a few designs already kind of in the works and on my online store, and I will have a link to the description box below to my store so you can go and check out my knives. Now, the biggest reason that I really pushed my hobby into a profession of sorts is because I was so sick and tired of seeing production knife companies and custom knife people charging out the craziest ass for these tiny little knives because they use some cool form of steel, and it was really aggravating, and they weren't designs that I wanted to see. So I decided to start selling and making knives that I wanted to make, that I wanted to see, and hopefully you guys are interested and want to see and use them as well. Now, this is called the DFS Trucker, obviously because it's a tracker design. I have steel pins, full G10 handles, and if you come and look at this, this is something you're going to really like. Look how nice and perfect that fit and finish is. Now, this is just with a Dremel tool, like a little... Yeah, this is 001. This is my prototype. This particular knife was made from 5160 high carbon spring steel. I want my knives to be bomb proof, and this 5160 prototype that I've got is incredible, and I'm gonna roll in a couple clips throughout this video so you guys can see some of the minor testing that I've already done, playing around, goofing off after I had this completed. Alright guys, to give you a little bit of specs on it, the tracker is a 1/4 inch thick 5160, but it'll be 80 CRV2. I tried to make the jimping on here a good thumb ramp, but at first I had the jimping nodules a little more aggressive, and they kind of dug into my finger a little bit and it hurt. So I went ahead and got them filed down, and it has a good purchase on it. The thumb ramp angle for me personally was perfect. Now I know when people get the knives in hand, they're going to have their own corks, their own little whatevers. Well, these knives are basically made for me to be an extension for my hand, what I like. And a lot of the tracker knives that are out there on the market aren't very big. They are tiny. Well, they were short. They're just tiny little stupid useless knives. But this one, I have a convex edge. I don't know how, I need to get a new grinder so I can do a full height convex grind on this. But for the trackers, I may not do that because of the draw cut with the flat grind I've got in the back. For me, a 7.5 inch blade, the 6.5 to 7.5 inch blade was perfect for medium to light chopping. There is a 90-degree spine to spark ferro rods off of. Now, from here, I try to make the secondary grind, the flat grind spot for the draw cuts, a little bit shorter, so it wasn't halfway, because if you see where the sweet spot would be, which is like right here on the knife when you're chopping, it won't dig into the that secondary like false tip. Now, because this is a little bit bigger blade, there is a little bit of skeletonizing in a handle for some weight reduction and to make it more of a forward heavy design for chopping. That's exactly what I wanted it for. And the convex edge is really sturdy, really strong. But so far with this fully functional prototype of sorts, the only prototyping is the steel. I was going to use 5160, but then I did some research, asked some fellow knife makers, some friends, and I was directed to 80 CRV2. I try to make the back end of the handle kind of have a little more purchase and wider So if you actually grab it back here for a little more reach, when you're actually doing your chopping, your hand will just stick in nice and firm and you won't lose it. And as long as you have a really good positive grip on it, you won't lose it. I haven't had any trouble even with the smoother handle scales. And I like the smoother handle scales because it just looks sleek and has a very professional look. Okay, so what do I sell? Well, getting down to it, the paracord, the logo paracord stuff you see right there, the keychain fobs go for 10 bucks, and the King Cobra goes for 16, and the Cobra is 13. Now, I don't have those on the website, so if you do want some of the like swag and gear, the bracelets and the key fobs, definitely shoot me a private message on Facebook or on Instagram. Give me your wrist size, what you want, whether it's the Cobra, King Cobra, or key fob, how many of them you want, etc. And then I will give you directions to my PayPal. Currently on the website, I have 3 knife designs available. I have a really large, super mega chopper. It's a 9-inch blade, big, huge, beefy, massive piece of steel. I have my 7.5-inch tracker, and I also have a slightly smaller, what I've named the Bullet Bowie. So I want you guys to go to my Etsy store. I'm going to put a link in the description box below and phrase it right here so you guys can check that out. I appreciate anything. Your guys' support is phenomenal. Now, I want you guys to understand this. I have a lead time for all my knives because all of these knives are made to order. Okay, something I do want to mention that's really, really awesome. For all United States orders only. So if you order within the United States, in the US, the continental, not Hawaii and Alaska, sorry guys, free priority shipping. Yes, free shipping. Because you guys are already waiting long enough to get the knives made. Once I am done and I ship it out, I don't want you waiting more than a day or two to get that bad boy in your hands. And finally, I offer a military discount. You are going to have to not purchase the knife on my website. Go to my website though, figure out what blade you want, what finish you want. Oh yeah, I totally forgot to mention that. Side note, currently I have 3 finishes available. This is an acid stonewash finish. I also have a satin finish, and you can also get gun blue. So that just about does it. Definitely, if you're interested in my cool little swag gear, come hit me up with some private messages. Also, come check my Etsy shop out to check out my new knives. I'm going to be coming up with some awesome new designs with some bigger blades and smaller blades. I've had a lot of requests for different sizes and designs, so I'm going to be coming out with a full custom production style lineup for you guys. But that does it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the announcement, preview, and official release of my store to you guys here on YouTube. Have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas. I'm out.